Miracle. One leaf destroys diabetes, bad cholesterol, and fat belly. There's a green miracle hiding in plain sight. Just one leaf so powerful it's shocking doctors, defying pharmaceutical giants, and transforming waistlines overnight. If you've spent years chasing pills and potions, praying your blood sugar, cholesterol, and stubborn belly fat would finally bow down, prepare yourself. This single, humble leaf is rewriting the rules of health, and Big Pharma would rather you never knew it existed. In ancient villages across Asia and Africa, elders have guarded the secret of this leaf for centuries, passing it down quietly as their families lived free of diabetes, heart disease, and the creeping weight gain that plagues the Western world. Modern scientists, peering into these remote traditions, have barely begun to scratch the surface of this botanical powerhouse's true potential. Yet word is already spreading like wildfire. Adding this one leaf to your daily routine could melt fat, crush sugar cravings, and lower LDL cholesterol faster than anything found in your local pharmacy. How does it work? Inside this vibrant green leaf lurks a potent cocktail of antioxidants, alkaloids, and insulin-mimicking compounds. These natural chemicals flood your system, triggering your pancreas to rebalance insulin production while cleansing your bloodstream of sticky, artery-clogging cholesterol. Meanwhile, they fire up your metabolism's fat-burning engines, torching the most stubborn rolls of belly fat. Yes, even the kind that's haunted your mirror for decades. Users around the world are sharing jaw-dropping transformations. A 62-year-old grandmother who dropped 3 dress sizes in 2 months. A former diabetic who tossed his test strips in the trash. A middle-aged executive who now bounds upstairs without gasping for breath. Each swears the same thing, just one daily leaf and their lives changed forever. But here's what they won't tell you. The billion-dollar diabetes industry doesn't want the masses waking up to this ancient remedy. After all, what happens when millions of people toss their meds, cancel their surgeries, and reclaim their health for pennies a day? Profits collapse. That's why you won't see this leaf headlining the evening news or splashed across glossy magazines. Silence is the only way to protect the cash cow of chronic illness. Yet the cat is out of the bag. Herbalists, holistic doctors, and enlightened patients are already spreading the truth in online forums, underground wellness communities, and quiet whispers at farmers' markets. And now, you're among the lucky few who know. It's time to seize this gift of nature before it's swept back into the shadows. So what is this miracle leaf? It's the unassuming but mighty Moringa oleifera, also known as the drumstick tree or tree of life. Bursting with over 90 nutrients, this leaf has been scientifically shown to regulate blood sugar/bad cholesterol and accelerate fat loss, all while energizing you like you haven't felt in years. In study after study, Moringa has outperformed expectations, lowering fasting blood glucose levels and improving lipid profiles with fewer side effects than leading drugs. Imagine the freedom of living life unshackled from pills, needles, and constant fear. Picture yourself pulling on jeans you haven't worn since your 20s. Striding confidently into your doctor's office and watching their jaw drop at your new lab results. That's not a fantasy. That's the power of one leaf, nature's quiet revenge on modern disease. But beware, not all Moringa is created equal. Poorly grown or improperly processed Moringa can harbor contaminants or lose its potency. To harness its full power, source it from trusted growers who dry it gently and preserve its delicate phytochemicals. Whether you steep it in tea, sprinkle its powder into smoothies, or chew fresh leaves straight from the garden, the transformation starts with a single, committed step. This isn't just another health trend, it's a revolution. One leaf, countless lives changed, and the chance to break free from a cycle of disease that's been robbing families for generations. Are you ready to join the growing movement and reclaim your health, your energy, and your life? Every morning you wake up is another chance to reclaim your health. And it all starts with the simplest act imaginable, reaching for that one leaf. Stir it into warm water for a healing tea, sprinkle its powder over your breakfast oatmeal, or blend it into a vibrant green smoothie that tastes like a fresh start. The power of Moringa is astonishingly accessible, yet it feels almost rebellious to use something so natural, so inexpensive, and so effective in a world obsessed with pricey prescriptions and invasive surgeries. The stories flooding in from every corner of the world are impossible to ignore. A man in Texas who reversed his pre-diabetes within 6 weeks. A woman in the UK who saw her cholesterol levels plummet, and her doctor asking, almost in disbelief, "What have you been doing?" In Africa, families who have eaten Moringa daily for generations remain lean, active, and remarkably free of the lifestyle diseases that ravage modern societies. They don't fear the silent killers of heart attacks, strokes, or diabetic complications, because they've never let these threats take root. Scientists, though hesitant to shout it from the rooftops, have begun to confirm what traditional healers knew all along. Clinical trials show Moringa's leaves reduce blood glucose levels by as much as 29% in diabetics, rivaling common medications without the frightening side effects. Its unique compounds bind to cholesterol particles, helping flush them from your body before they can clog arteries. And the leaf's dense concentration of polyphenols, vitamins, and minerals gives your metabolism the exact nutrients it needs to kick into fat-burning overdrive. Yet, despite these breakthroughs, almost nobody is talking about Moringa in mainstream health circles. Why? Because a cheap leaf you can grow in your backyard threatens the trillion-dollar industries built on lifelong customers. They rely on you believing that controlling your blood sugar, cholesterol, or weight demands constant medication, expensive diets, or surgeries that leave scars on your body and your bank account. A simple, natural solution cuts right through those profits, and that's a secret worth burying. But this isn't just about weight loss or blood tests. This is about your quality of life. Imagine no longer dreading the side effects of prescription drugs. No more fighting brain fog or fatigue from spiking insulin. No more avoiding mirrors because of belly fat that refuses to budge. Instead, each day begins with clarity, stable energy, and a body you feel proud to inhabit. This is the miracle that Moringa can spark. Doctors who dare to speak up call Moringa a nutrient-dense superfood with powerful medicinal properties. Nutritionists whisper it's the closest thing to a perfect plant. People who've taken the leap simply call it life-changing. And with the knowledge now in your hands, the choice is yours. Keep playing the game of chasing prescriptions and praying for the scale to budge. Or start a new chapter with the healing power of one humble leaf. But don't wait. Moringa grows in tropical climates, and global demand is already surging. As more people learn the truth, shortages are inevitable, and prices will skyrocket. Those who get started today will lock in their supply and watch their health transform before the rest of the world catches on. The revolution of real, lasting health is here. It's green, it's powerful, and it starts with one leaf. Are you ready to take control of your life once and for all? Good, because what comes next could be the most important step you ever take for your health. You see, Moringa isn't a trendy powder you buy once, forget in the back of your pantry, and abandon when the next diet fad rolls in. It's a daily ritual, a quiet rebellion against the relentless march of modern disease, and a commitment to nourish your body the way nature intended. Picture yourself a month from now. You wake up, step on the scale, and see numbers you haven't seen in years. Your reflection looks more vibrant, your eyes brighter, your energy levels higher. Your blood sugar readings, if you even need to check them anymore, are comfortably normal. Your cholesterol numbers are lower than they've been in decades. Your doctor, skeptical at first, is now asking you how you did it. But it's not just numbers on a chart. It's the freedom to live without constant worry. It's the confidence to wear clothes you love. It's the ability to chase your grandkids, take that dream trip, or dance late into the night without gasping for breath. Moringa has been called the miracle tree for a reason, because it gives people their lives back. You might wonder, is it really that simple? After all, if this one leaf can do so much, why isn't everyone already using it? The sad truth is, Moringa doesn't come with $1 billion advertising budget. It can't afford TV commercials, magazine spreads, or influencer sponsorships. It grows quietly, overlooked by the masses, in dusty plots of earth tended by farmers who know its worth. And so the secret stays buried, until someone like you decides they're done waiting for permission to take their health into their own hands. Best of all, Moringa isn't a harsh detox or crash diet. It doesn't demand you starve yourself, quit carbs forever, or spend hours a day in the gym. It simply supports your body's natural processes, regulating blood sugar so you don't suffer the highs and crashes that lead to cravings, boosting fat metabolism so you burn stored belly fat, sweeping out the LDL cholesterol that would otherwise stick around to cause heart attacks and strokes. Some people experience improvements within days, steadier energy, fewer cravings, better focus. Others need a few weeks as their bodies adjust, but once they do, the results come fast and stay long. Combined with a diet rich in whole foods and moderate movement, Moringa can amplify your efforts, turning small changes into dramatic, lasting transformations. Skeptical? You should be. After all, you've heard a lifetime of empty promises from miracle diets and quick-fix pills. But this isn't lab-made or hype-driven. It's a gift from nature that's been healing people for generations, long before the first pharmaceutical ad aired on TV. This could be the day you stop dreaming of better health and start living it. This could be the moment you look back on as the turning point, the chapter where you finally broke free from the cycle of fear, pills, and disappointment. Moringa is waiting. The only question left is, are you ready? Then let's dive even deeper, because the power of Moringa goes beyond what most health gurus dare whisper. Beneath the surface of its emerald green leaves lies a biochemical arsenal designed by nature herself. Quercetin to battle inflammation and lower blood pressure. Chlorogenic acid to regulate blood sugar by slowing the release of glucose into your bloodstream, and unique compounds like niazimicin that scientists believe may even help protect against certain cancers. Together, these elements create a synergy no lab can replicate. A healing force honed by evolution and proven by centuries of quiet, everyday miracles. People who harness this leaf don't just report shrinking waistlines and perfect lab results. They describe waking up truly rested, seeing their skin clear and feeling moods stabilize in ways they never thought possible. Insulin resistance, that silent killer linked to diabetes and obesity, begins to melt away as Moringa's unique plant chemistry trains your cells to accept insulin more effectively. It's like upgrading your body's operating system, restoring a balance you might not even remember ever feeling. But the potential doesn't end with your metabolism. Studies show Moringa's antioxidants sweep through the body, fighting oxidative stress that contributes to aging, arthritis, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. Imagine shielding your brain and joints from the daily damage of modern life, just by adding this one ancient leaf to your day. And Moringa doesn't just protect, it fortifies. One small serving contains 7 times more vitamin C than oranges, 4 times more calcium than milk, 3 times more potassium than bananas, and twice the protein of yogurt. That's not just a supplement, that's a nutritional bombshell capable of repairing deficiencies, boosting immunity, and empowering your body to thrive under stress. Don't let the simplicity fool you. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the ones hiding in plain sight, overlooked because they don't scream for attention. This is your chance to do what countless others wish they had done sooner. Stop waiting for the next health scare, the next restrictive diet, or the next prescription refill. Seize control now with a daily ritual so easy it feels almost unfair, yet so effective, you'll wish you'd started years ago. In the end, you don't need to ask permission to reclaim your health, confidence, and future. The path is already there, paved by generations who trusted the earth's wisdom over pharmaceutical profits. All you need is the courage to take the first step. Moringa. One leaf. Endless possibility. The question is no longer whether it works, it's how soon you'll let it start working for you. Good, because there's still more you deserve to know before you take this leap into a new, healthier chapter. The miracle of Moringa doesn't just lie in the nutrients it provides. It's also in how it harmonizes with your body, gently correcting imbalances that modern lifestyles create. You see, so many of today's health problems, from creeping weight gain to skyrocketing blood sugar, are the result of a body out of balance. Years of processed food, chronic stress, and sedentary routines have pushed natural rhythms into chaos. Moringa doesn't hammer your system with synthetic chemicals. It coaxes your body back to its natural state of equilibrium, allowing healing to unfold on a cellular level. In cultures where Moringa grows wild, generations have leaned on it for everything, from fighting infections to recovering after childbirth. These communities rarely face the epidemics of obesity, diabetes, and heart disease so common in Western countries. Scientists who travel to study these people are often shocked to see how healthy they remain well into their 70s, 80s, and 90s, still farming, dancing, and playing with great-grandchildren, while their Western peers often struggle with medications, surgeries, and declining independence. You might think, but I'm too far gone, or I've tried everything. That's exactly what some of Moringa's most passionate success stories thought too. People who had resigned themselves to daily insulin injections, blood pressure pills, or cholesterol drugs now share stories of throwing away their pill organizers and living life on their own terms, all because they gave this ancient leaf a chance. Even better, Moringa adapts to your routine. Traveling. Toss a small packet of powdered Moringa into your bag. Too busy to cook? Stir a spoonful into a glass of water or almond milk. Prefer fresh greens? Grow a Moringa tree on your porch or patio, harvesting a few leaves at a time. There's no complicated meal plan, no hard-to-pronounce supplement regimen, just a simple habit that slips effortlessly into your life, quietly working its magic every single day. Yet, if you still need one final reason to believe, the medical world is slowly, reluctantly catching on. Small studies published in respected journals continue to confirm what traditional healers have known forever. Clinics in India, the Philippines, and parts of Africa are even experimenting with Moringa-based therapies, seeing remarkable improvements in patients who had nowhere else to turn. It's not a silver bullet, but when combined with smart choices like moving your body, eating real food, and managing stress, Moringa can supercharge your efforts like nothing else on earth. Today could be the day you draw a line in the sand. No more living at the mercy of blood sugar spikes, ballooning cholesterol, or the slow march of weight gain. One leaf, one choice, and everything could change. Are you ready to let this miracle leaf transform your health and your life? Then, let's peel back the final layers of this incredible story. Because the promise of Moringa goes beyond individual health. It's part of a global movement to reclaim natural wellness and break free from a medical system that too often thrives on keeping people sick. Each time you choose Moringa over a lab-made pill, you join a quiet revolution of people who are done being statistics in the diabetes, obesity, and heart disease epidemics. You become part of a growing community demanding real answers and real healing, not band-aid solutions that only mask symptoms. And as more people wake up to this truth, the impact ripples outwards. Families start cooking healthier meals together, swapping toxic oils and sugar-laden sauces for Moringa-infused recipes, bursting with flavor and nutrients. Communities invest in small urban gardens or community farms, planting Moringa trees that provide not just food but economic security and empowerment. Entire neighborhoods become healthier, stronger, and more resilient, not because of a new drug, but because they reconnected with the wisdom of the earth. If you've ever felt powerless, watching loved ones suffer with chronic illness, or helpless as you struggled with your own weight, cravings, or energy crashes, Moringa offers a chance to reclaim that power. It doesn't replace the need for medical care when you need it, but it can help you build a foundation of health so strong you may need that care far less often. Every time you stir that green powder into your smoothie or steep those delicate leaves into a tea, you're sending your body the message. I believe in your ability to heal. And if you're worried about the taste, don't be. Moringa has a mild, slightly earthy flavor that blends beautifully into juices, soups, or even baked goods. Chefs in wellness circles are creating everything from Moringa pancakes to Moringa pesto. Proof that health and pleasure don't have to be enemies. In fact, many people say they start to crave Moringa once they feel the way it lights up their bodies with clean, sustained energy. As this knowledge spreads, the companies who profit from your illness are watching with dread. They know an informed, empowered public is a threat to the profits they've guarded for decades. But they can't stop the truth from getting out. Every person who experiences Moringa's power becomes a living testament to what's possible, and every story shared brings the day closer when the world wakes up to what's been hiding in plain sight all along. This is your chance to write your own story of transformation, to leave behind a legacy of vitality, not just for yourself, but for your children and grandchildren who will see what it looks like to age with strength, clarity, and joy. Because in the end, it's not just about a leaf, it's about the life you've always wanted, finally within reach. Because if you're still watching, it means a part of you knows this is your moment. The old patterns, the diets that fizzle out, the medications with side effects that steal your joy, the desperate late-night searches for answers, don't have to own you anymore. The simple choice to add Moringa to your day could be the pivot that changes everything, the moment you stop surviving and start truly thriving. People who've embraced Moringa don't just talk about the pounds they've lost or the cholesterol numbers they've improved. They talk about the confidence that comes back when they feel in control of their bodies again. The thrill of waking up without dread or stiffness. The joy of seeing life stretch out before them, full of possibilities instead of limitations. Even better, Moringa is astonishingly affordable. While drug companies rake in hundreds of billions each year selling pills that only treat symptoms, Moringa grows from a seed into a tree with leaves you can harvest again and again. In many parts of the world, a single Moringa tree provides enough nutrition to feed an entire family. That's why it's often called the miracle tree. Not just because it heals, but because it gives, sustains, and empowers people to take back their health without going broke. But the urgency is real. As word spreads, demand for high-quality Moringa is exploding. Not all Moringa is equal. Mass-produced powders are often stripped of nutrients or contaminated with fillers. If you decide to take this step, make sure you source from growers committed to ethical, sustainable practices, producers who dry the leaves gently, test for purity, and protect the powerful compounds that make Moringa work. If you start today, imagine how different your life could look in just a few weeks. Your cravings for sweets might start to fade. Your clothes might hang looser around your middle, that stubborn belly fat finally surrendering. And best of all, you could feel a sense of hope you haven't felt in years. Medical disclaimer. The information provided in this essay is intended solely for educational, informational, and entertainment purposes. It is not intended as medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment, and should not be relied upon as a substitute for professional consultation with a qualified healthcare provider. Always seek the guidance of your physician or another qualified health professional with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition or before starting any new health regimen, supplement, or dietary change. Individual results may vary, and the statements about Moringa or any other natural remedy discussed here have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Viewer discretion is advised. By reading or acting upon this information, you acknowledge and agree that you do so at your own risk and that the author and publisher shall not be held liable for any loss or damage resulting from the use or misuse of the information contained herein. Always consult your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet or lifestyle, especially if you have an existing medical condition, take prescription medications, are pregnant, breastfeeding, or have other health concerns.